Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Andrew coming back at you with another episode of the Jaguar podcast. In today's episode, I'm going to be doing a pregame analysis of the matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Denver Broncos. But as always, before we start, if you want to show your support for the channel, hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon if you want updates on latest content. All right, Jags versus Broncos. This will be an interesting game. The Jags are 6-point dogs in this game. Coming off a terrible game against the Texans. Predicted one of the worst teams in the NFL this year, and the Jaguars lay an egg against them. It was a bad game, to say the least. But, looking into this game, there could be some positives. One, Broncos wide receiver Jerry Jeudy is out with a sprained ankle, and this is a good thing. Ronald Darby, starting cornerback for the Denver Broncos, is out for this game as well. Patrick Surtain II will be starting in his place. This is a guy that I thought the Jacksonville Jaguars should have drafted this year. They didn't. They didn't think they needed a corner. They went with Shaq Griffin in free agency. I think that's going to be a mistake. He may have a breakout game, but who knows? In order for the Jags to be competitive in this game, they got to run the football. I said that in the last pregame analysis I did, and they didn't do that. They gave the majority of the carries to Carlos Hyde. I didn't understand that. Maybe that's because Urban Meyer is, friends with Carlos Hyde. I don't know. He went to Ohio State. I think Carlos Hyde played under Urban Meyer. Whatever. I don't know what it is, rather, but regardless, James Robinson had 1,000+ yards rushing last season. They need to give the ball to Robinson. Take some of that pressure off of Trevor Lawrence. Don't make him throw the majority of the game. That didn't work out too well, as we saw in the Texans game. But, in regards to the offense, the wide receiving core has to do better. DJ Chark, needs to have more consistency. He had a lot of drops in the last game. I failed to mention that. That there's a lot of things that went wrong in that last game, but he did have a touchdown catch, which was good, but he was inconsistent. He had a lot of drops. Needs to play better. Marvin Jones Jr. needs to play better too. He did have one. I believe he had one touchdown catch, but he needs to play better. Needs to get open. Needs to get separation. Needs to make some plays. The defense needs to play better. Did not play well last game at all. Gave up almost 100 yards rushing to Mark Ingram. This guy has been in the league for 11 seasons. And, for him, I think he got 86 yards rushing or something. It was ridiculous. So when I was watching some of the highlights from the Broncos-Giants game last week, I was watching Melvin Gordon III. We have to shut him down. He had 100 yards rushing in that game against the Giants. And to be honest, guys, I don't even know if he could beat the Giants at this point. I think we're that bad. So we need to be able to stop the run. Defense has to step up. We can't be giving up yards like we gave up against the Texans. Have to get pressure against Teddy Bridgewater. He's the quarterback for the Broncos. He had a great game against the Giants, 95.7 QBR. He tore us up when he was playing with the New Orleans Saints back in, I believe that was 2019. This guy, it's the same thing. Honestly, it's like Tyrod Taylor, rather. You can't sleep on Teddy Bridgewater. He's a good backup quarterback, and he'll hurt you deep. He'll make those passes. Man, he got flushed out of the pocket a lot against that game, in that game against the Giants, and was making plays. He was scrambling. He could totally tear this Jacksonville Jaguars defense apart, no doubt about it. So the defense has to have good outside contain. Josh Allen's got to have a good game. He's got to put pressure on Bridgewater. I'll tell you who he really needs to have a better game is Kayvon Chasen. Some of the film I watched was terrible. He just looked like he was confused, taking bad angles, almost sacked Tyrod Taylor, had 2 chances to take him down and missed and whiffed. That's bad. That's just bad. He's got to play better. Jacksonville, honestly, if I was thinking I need to play aggressive against this Denver Broncos offense. I'm just sending blitz packages in this game. I would blitz, 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 and more blitzes. I mean, the more pressure you send, the better. And the secondary, they got to play better too. I mean, Shaq Griffin did not have a good game at all against the Texans. Got beat by Brendan Cooks. Just didn't look good. And, please, God, for the love of God, please do not play Andrew Wingard at safety. The coaching staff needs to make a better decision there. They need to put in Andre Sisco or somebody, or Daniel Thomas, whoever. They need to put them in. I don't want to see Andrew Wingard again in this game, especially after the last game against the Texans. A lot of missed tackles and bonehead plays. Taven Bryan as well. We shouldn't even see him in this game. But looking at some of the key matchups in this game, I think it's going to be Jack's cornerback Shaq Griffin against Denver wide receiver Cortland Sutton. I think that's going to be a big matchup to look out for. Also, DJ Chark, Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver against Denver cornerback Patrick Surtain. I think if the Jags don't play well, if they can't get things going and they start making mistakes, Patrick Surtain's going to be the cause of them. This guy is a great cornerback. Should have drafted this guy. We didn't. We passed on him. And if we don't play well and make the right decisions, he may make us pay. But, I see the Jaguars, like I said, losing this game, unfortunately, by 2 touchdowns. That's my prediction. I don't see us coming away with a win, even though we are at home. This team just needs to improve. They're working through a lot of growing pains. It's going to be a rebuild year, but that is unfortunately how I see it playing out. Let me know how you guys feel about this game. Leave me a comment on the YouTube video or podcast episode. Subscribe to the channel as always, guys. Stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy. Go Jags, and I'll see you next time.
Duval! What's up, everybody? It's Andrew from the Jaguar Podcast. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, there's more content over here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as always. And remember, this is a podcast, so you can find this pretty much wherever you find podcasts. There I'll be doing interviews of current and former Jaguars players, including Joe Schobert, DeJuan Smoot, Shaq Quarterman, etc. And I also do interviews of former Jaguars players, including Natron Means, Jimmy Smith, Tom McManus, etc. So be sure to check out the podcast, subscribe to it, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, go Jags, and I'll see you next time.